Heyo, this is YetiWhiskers, and welcome back to the Cave of the Yeti. And today, we have got something a little bit exciting planned. We are hopefully going to be finding the end portal and fighting ourselves the end dragon. So you can see I'm all geared up and ready to go. I've got my Eyes of Ender, and some potions and other things to hopefully help us fight off the Ender dragon. But we'll see how it goes. So first things first, we actually have to find the end portal. So for those of you who don't know, it's pretty simple. You get an Eye of Ender, and to get this you just kill an Enderman, get an Ender Pearl, and then you combine it with Blaze Powder, and you just chuck it, and then you watch where it goes. See it right here. It'll fall down. Boop. Then you just go pick it up, and it'll keep you on the path that you need to go. So I'm going to take care of this off camera. You guys won't have to watch me walk across who knows how far of the map, and I'll catch up with you once I've come close to the end portal. Alright everybody, come check it out. We have finally found this thing. It's a little bit tricky actually, because this fortress is connected to a ravine. So you've got it at this level, which is higher than what I was searching, and down below there's a whole other labyrinth of fortress for you to go search. So it took a long time, but I did find it, and we've got everything set up except for this little guy. And let's jump in. Alright everybody, we are in the end. I'm going to take potion of strength. Or potion of strength. Whoops, I used my regen already, but that's okay. Here we go. Let's go get this bad boy. Oh, we finally did it, guys. Sorry, my recording cut out. I just realized. I think I got some of the footage, though. I just didn't capture the end. Anyway, here it is. 67 levels. That's not too bad. And look, there's a little dragon egg. Hey-oh. Alright, I don't know if we'll be doing that again anytime soon. That was crazy. I didn't think I'd die so many times. I'd watched it a bunch of times on like multiplayer. People playing against the Ender Dragon and just like smoking them. And I thought, oh, it can't be that bad. It turns out, yeah, it was that bad. I don't know what my death count was, but maybe we'll put a tally of that on the actual video. So the reason that I wanted to do this is mostly for an Enderman farm. You know, the Ender, as they call him. You get tons and tons of XP so that I can mend and fix all my tools, since I've got that villager trading going on. So the next thing that I'm going to do actually is to get that thing going, but I'm going to have to run home and get a bunch of materials and stuff. So let's do that. We'll make this a little bit jam-packed episode. Sorry for cutting out on the recording. I got a little frustrated and I think I hit the end recording button. Wah wah. So, yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen the end dragon fight. If not, go YouTube it. It's pretty intense. The moral of it is you have to get some of the end crystals, and I'll maybe cut some of those in the video as well. Me shooting down some of those bad boys. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna go head back home and then we'll get ourselves an Ender situated. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright everybody, I'm finally back. For you probably doesn't seem like very long, but for me it has been many hours. So what I've done is I've come out 128 blocks so that we are far enough away from the end island over there that no Endermen will spawn over here, and then I've created this platform. So from down there, from down here, oh, don't want to look at that guy, but from down here I am 43 blocks up, And then I've made this platform, which is from this center block here, 16 in each direction. So 33 by 33, I think, are the dimensions of this platform up here, which has over 1,000 spawning or places for Endermen to spawn. So it should work really well. So then what also we've done is we've created this little contraption here. We need to actually make sure that these are all down. And we've caught ourselves an Endermite. And to do that, you just chuck a bunch of Ender Pearls. You have like, I think, a 5% chance of having an Endermite spawn. We've named him Ender Bait. So we've got him in a minecart. We had a little contraption. We actually just dropped him through the top here with using some powered rails. And then we've got this above so that the Enderman can't get in and attack the Endermite and actually kill him. And then these blocks here. So between here and here is 2.5 blocks, and the Endermen are 3 blocks tall. So they can't squeeze in to get him. One of the mechanics for the Enderman actually is to attack the Endermite when there are no players around. So once we knock out all these torches, the Endermen will start spawning, and they won't attack the Endermite until we start going down. And what we've got going on here are a couple trapdoors. We've got a fence here, so the Endermen think they can walk on here and they'll fall down. And as you can see, we've got a ton of different loops going around that are 2.5 blocks high, so the Enderman can't fit through. And then you may have noticed, let's see if I'm on the right side, yeah. If we look down there, there's some water down there. We've got that going so the Enderman can't teleport. I don't know if I've got it out far enough, we'll see. So the next thing we really need to do with this is knock out all these torches, and then I need to knock out this little ladder I've got going on, so we have a little bit more space, and then we'll fill this in right here, and we should be good to go, I think. Get these things going. So I'm gonna knock out all these torches. Maybe we'll start doing that together actually, and you can kind of see what's going on. So the design that I used for this actually is from Bevo LJ. I've been going back through and watching a bunch of Iskal85, his videos, and in his Kingdom Craft, one of his Kingdom Craft episodes, he mentions Bevo and the design that he used. I think Bevo actually uses somebody else's design that's linked in his description. So I'll put a link for Bevo's video in my description so you guys can check that out, see how this works. But up here we should have thousands of spots for the Enderman to spawn. One thing to also note, I think you have to be, mobs don't spawn within 24 blocks of you. So we might not see any for a little bit. Yep, there we go. So you can see him falling, and you see him trying to attack. Boop, falls right down. So the reason we're up 43 blocks from down there is so that when the Endermen fall, they hit the ground and they take fall damage. Enough so that they have like half a heart left. It's just a single punch. And with the 1.9 attack feature that we have now, you can just wipe out a ton of them with the swipe damage, which is very, very handy for getting levels. So I had 67 levels at one point, and I actually made the mistake of looking at an Enderman, and he knocked me off the edge, and I fell into the void. I've actually died twice making this, which isn't too bad considering how treacherous this is up here. So let's knock these guys off, and then we'll just... Oh, one more torch. We should start to see these guys spawn pretty regularly. Yeah, look at this. Watch these guys. I'll go down and try and get this guy. Woo, fall down. Looks like we've got a couple of them caught on something over here. Maybe let's take a look at that. I'll give them a little boost there. I wonder why they're caught there. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, so this is what they'll continue to do. And I can see them start coming up my ladder, which is why we need to get rid of it. I'm sorry for the noise also here. Let's do this. Let's turn the sounds down for hostile creatures. Let's turn it all the way off because these guys are obnoxious. And I'll meet you guys down at the bottom. Alright everybody, we are down at the bottom. We fixed the ladder, got it all taken care of, and I wanted to show you what it looks like down here now. Crazy! All of these guys. Oh, I don't know what he's doing in there. But I wanted to show you how efficient this thing is. So all we should have to do is just swipe and watch these guys die. And it should just be insane. The amount of XP and the amount of Ender Pearls that we get. Like you can see in here, Hopefully it's not too terribly loud. In fact, I might just turn that down for your ears. Hold on one second. Change this real quick. I'm just going to turn the volume down pretty low, so you don't have to deal too much with the XP orbs going on. Let's hit F5 here. You can kind of see getting surrounded, but it's just insane the amount of experience you can get. I started this at level 14. We've been going at this for about 10 seconds, and we're already at 24 and counting. So this works really, really well, which is why I wanted to do this, because I happen to die fairly regularly, as you may have noticed from the end dragon fight, and I've died a few times in between building this, and I lose my gear pretty regularly, so this will make it much, much easier for me to replace the gear, especially with the villager trader that we've got going on. But anyway, this is all I wanted to get done today. We'll make this thing look a little bit better in the future. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully you found this a little bit useful. Let's see if we can get out of the bodies of the Endermen there. Thank you so much again. We appreciate it, and we will see you guys next time.